Yo, what's up, YouTube? I'm back. Today is Wednesday. Yes, I do have to work today. But before I go to work, I am going to leave you a very interesting video. One that I feel like most YouTubers talk about just a little bit, but don't go into full detail. And that is sex with stepmom and stepdaughter. Now, this is a common theme in today's society. You always hear guys talk about banging the mama or banging the sister or trying to take down the daughter, but I've never made a video expressing the good and the bad of a guy trying to get with stepmama or stepdaughter. And the reason why I'm putting them together is to kill two birds with one stone. Because 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, or 15 years from now, someone will try this. And most guys might say, well, I want to know the good and the bad before I try it. It's like your last time being poor or average before you become rich and famous. You know, when you become rich and famous, you see celebrities do things they wouldn't do if they weren't rich and famous, like jump out of an airplane or go scuba diving or rock climbing damn 10,000 miles up in the air or some crazy shit like that, or go buy them an island in the middle of nowhere where they're 50,000 miles away from society or some shit. Well, in this YouTube video, we're going to talk about guys that have sexual temptations that could get them into a world of trouble. What is the good and what is the bad? If you're a real heterosexual man, doesn't matter if you're from the age of 18 to 29, doesn't matter if you're from the age of 35 to 65. As a heterosexual man, doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Latino, doesn't matter if you're a man that's Russian, German, from France, doesn't matter if you're from any foreign country. We all, as a heterosexual man, we all can relate to one thing. We have had sexual temptation to the point where we knew it was the wrong thing to think about and to contemplate doing, but we have all had our share of sexual temptations where we were tempted into doing something that we know 5 years or 10 years or even 15 or 20 years from now we'll live to regret. So I thought I would make this type of video, and then the video is called Sex with the Stepmom and the Stepdaughter. Now, most men who have trouble getting female attention, most men who go to the nightclubs, they go to the sports bars, and they constantly get rejected 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for 5 years or 10 years of their life, constantly facing rejection. What happens to a lot of these men is they find themselves in strange circumstances that they normally wouldn't find themselves. Like, your best friend might want you to come over to his house to play video games, and you do it because you ain't got nothing else better to do. And, you know, your friend might order a pizza or might go down to the store, and usually this happens a lot. So I'm bringing it in the video. One of the scenarios. And you run into a woman that appears to be his mom, but then it goes, that's not my mom, that's my stepmom. My dad and my mom got divorced 15 years ago or 20 years ago, and that's the stepmom. And you be looking at the stepmom like, hi. And you be like, damn, that's a fine-ass stepmom. Big booty, big breasts, long legs, fine as hell, probably in her mid-30s, early 30s, possibly early 40s. Usually Hollywood has it in television and film. Usually these are older women that's like in their 40s and their 50s. But that's not always the case. And you see, the reason why a lot of these men find themselves, you know, taking down the stepmom is because usually, again, the answer is the man is sexually frustrated. The man's not getting laid. You know, the man tried everything in the book that he could try and nothing seems to be working for him. And sexual temptation kicks in. You know those stories in the movies where the angel's on this side and the angel's saying, don't do it. You'll live to regret it. She has a family. You'll break up the family. You'll destroy the family. And the devil's on this side of the ear. And the devil's saying, man, fuck that shit. You've been getting rejected for 10 years. You've been having doors slammed in your face. Women have put you in the friend zone. Women have told you you're just too damn nice. And for once, do something to change that reality. And you be looking at the devil on this side of the ear like, you know what? You're absolutely right. For 10 years of my life, I've been rejected. I've done the right thing, and I've been slammed the door in my face. I've been in the friend zone. I've been told I'm too nice of a nice guy. Why not give into a temptation? And you give into it. And you see the stepmom is so freaky. I mean, she's so sexually perverted that she been waiting for the opportunity to get with a stud. See, the husband in this scenario isn't a beta male. Yeah, the guy's a businessman. Yeah, he goes on business trips to Miami, Florida, Chicago, New York City. He goes to Dallas, Texas. He goes to Los Angeles and does his business trips. So the man's never home. And in this situation, the guy who's sexually frustrated and can't get laid, he has an 85 to 90% chance of success because the woman's going to hit on him. The woman will make him breakfast, make him lunch, make him dinner, and spend hours, and I mean upon hours, of having conversation. And you see, this is something that some men use to their advantage. And I say some men, because some men are not comfortable, and some men are comfortable with this. And the woman and the guy will start talking for hours. How you two met, how you two fall in love, that type of thing. And the girl will throw one of the most hard-hitting questions that the man can't answer. So, do you have a girlfriend? Are you in a relationship? And the guy will freeze up because he's never had nobody ask him that question because he doesn't know how to answer that question. He doesn't know how do you explain, I've been rejected for 5 years. I've been rejected for 10 years. So how do I tell a woman that's in her 30s or her 40s, I've been rejected my entire life? And then she'll go, oh, don't tell me that your nice, handsome ass ain't got no girlfriend. What did you do? Did you cheat on her? Did you break up with her? And again, the guy doesn't have an answer because he doesn't know how to explain rejection. And then finally, either the best friend will come up and say, like, well, he gets rejected by women. And then she'll go, oh, you poor dear. And whenever they say the word, you poor dear, that's a nice way of her saying, well, I guess I'm going to have to help you out in that department because you've been getting rejected and maybe I can help you in that nightmare. And you see, Tom Leykis said it himself. Use fat women and older women as batting practice. Like if it's baseball and you don't really get into the game as much, that's what using the stepmom and the stepdaughter is for. I'm explaining the stepmom first before we get to the best part. See, the stepmom, like an older woman, has 10 years of experience, 15, 20, 25 years of experience. She's done everything. She's been out with everyone. She's dated basketball players, football players, baseball players, tennis players, soccer players, hockey players. She's messed with men that are actors in Hollywood that have done television and film. She's messed with the directors, the film producers. She's messed with Hollywood screenwriters. She's been invited to parties. She's gone to the basketball games, the football games, the hockey games. Back when she was in high school and college, she was messing with the basketball coach, the football coach. She'd have got them all, as they say, right? In Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Well, she got them all. You name it, she's done it. She's messed with police officers, firefighters, doctors, lawyers, judges, and the list just goes on and on and on. And the one thing she hasn't done is screwed her best friend's friend from college. So that becomes a sexual fantasy for her. And see, a beta male husband is on a business trip and he's gone 6 days out of the week and he only sees her on Sunday. So since he's always gone working and making money, she's always alone and by herself. And you see she put on some sexy ass lingerie, and you see because the guy's been rejected for 5 years or 10 years, it's hard for him to say, well, I shouldn't be doing this. So the first time you'll try to reject her, and she'll smile and laugh like you'll come back, because they always come back. So you try to get a breath of fresh air because you don't want to give in to that temptation. You don't want to break the rules. You don't want to do the wrong thing. So you go back in there and she tries to convince you to stay for dinner. You go, oh, with the big deal, it's just dinner. It's not like she gonna try anything, but then again, you're foolish because she's by herself and you have 85 to 90% chance of hitting that ass. Finally, she got you right where she wants you. You know, the doors are locked. She got you in the master bedroom, and you thinking you're getting a tour of the house because it's a 4-story house. It's one of those celebrity houses. You think you're getting a tour. All of a sudden, she opened up the door, and you see there's handcuffs. You see there's a gag to gag somebody's mouth. You see there's a Catwoman suit, and she come out with this Catwoman suit and go, I'm tired of playing these games. I ain't had some in about 6 months, 7, 8, 9 months, in 5 years, and I want some now. Next you know, you find yourself handcuffed, gagged, blindfolded, and next you know, you in there hitting it. And then you become obsessed. Now every time he leaves and go on a business trip, you can't wait to go over there and knock down the stepmom. So you hit it once. And if you're a guy that ain't never, you ain't never got off first base and second base and never made it to third base, then the first time that individual has to become your teacher and teach you the trade. Use your imagination. And then you hit it a second time. Then you hit it a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time. And you see your best friend that you go to college with or at work or at the gym, he doesn't know that you're banging his stepmom. He doesn't know this. And the reason why he doesn't know this is because it's being kept a secret. It's being kept hidden from the two of you. By the way, this also causes friendships to break up. It ain't just a man and a woman fight, two guys fight over a girl. In this scenario, when the guy does find out, he's pissed off. Like, how dare you bang my stepmama? And the guy goes, it's not like you were going to help me find a girlfriend at the bar, at the nightclub, like you was supposed to, because you get all the girls, while I have to sit there and live in your shadow. Now a fight breaks out in the gym between you two guys because he mad at you banging stepmama, but then the personal trainer looks at him in the locker room and say, you know he's right. You get all the hot looking chicks because you play basketball and football. You got 2 jobs, you got a car, you got the good Hollywood looks and the 6-pack. Why? He goes to work, but no one looks at him twice. So take it easy on him. But the friend knows that if a beta male provider, which is his dad, finds out, it's not gonna look good for nobody. So he's banging the stepmama for like 6 months. And he's been hitting it for almost a year now. But out of nowhere comes the stepdaughter. She 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. She's athletic, she's young. That's who he really wants to take out to lunch and dinner. That's who he really wants to be with. And once again, here comes temptation again. Because he had to go mess with a woman that's 30, 32, 35, 37, 39, 40, 42, 45, 47 years old, 50, 52, 54. Those are the age ranges that the stepmom be at. The stepdaughter age ranges is from the age of 18 to 29, of course. And he see her, she go to college, she comes on summer vacation to go visit the house, and he be like, damn, who the hell is that? And the stepmama is very territorial. She's like, get away from him, he's mine. And the stepdaughter be like, oh, so you're cheating on dad again? You cheating on him with a young stud? And you see the young stepdaughter gonna be like, well, if you can get you some of that Baskin Robbins ice cream, I want some of that Baskin Robbins ice cream. But in order for him to do that, he has to sneak away from the stepmama. So he lies to her and tell her he's gonna go to the gym and work out. The whole entire time he's trying to get with the stepdaughter because that's who he really wants. That's who he really prefers. But he gets caught by the stepmom because she caught on to what he was doing. But she figured that since he ain't gonna stop trying to pursue the young girl, she does him a big favor. She and the young girl say, you know what, why not make it worth his while? I mean, he can't get no girlfriend. That's pretty obvious. That's pretty clear. Because if he could, he wouldn't be messing with us. And now he gets to have him a taste of the best of both worlds. The young and the old at the same time. And usually this is how the guy who can't get any females, all of a sudden now he can get females. Now the reputation gets out. You to bang some rich billionaire or millionaire's stepwife or stepmama. You'd have banged her for 6 months. You'd have banged the stepdaughter. You bang the man's wife. You bang the man's daughter. Now the man is on a business trip and he finds out about this shit. He reading it in the tabloids, the newspapers. It gets out on the news and he's like, what the hell? Everybody laughing on him on the private jet, pointing at him, making fun of him. And he like, what's the big deal? Well, you didn't hear? Hear what? The word is that you got some college dude banging your stepwife, your second wife, which is the stepmama to your biological son, and he also laid a pipe down on your daughter too. And the guy like, what in the hell? And when he finally comes back to confront the daughter and the mama, you know, the stepmama, his second wife, and his actual daughter, they both lied and they denied. It's a rumor. It's not true. But he knows it's true because he's seen the footage. Someone's recorded. And the whole entire time, it is the guy who banged both the broads. And you know why the guy's doing it? Because he wants the world to know that he can finally get women. And you see, this experience happens to a lot of us. It's even happened to me, trust me. I was this close to messing with a stepdaughter. Oh yeah, it happened to me like at least on 3 occasions. And she even indicated to me, why you being such of a scared bitch? All you have to do is, you know, say yes or no and it'll be over. You know, this close 3 times. It happened to me, you know, the stepdaughter. It happened to me when I was at a training program 5 years ago to be a janitor. If you could believe that, you'd be like, damn, Alex training to be a damn janitor? What the hell? And I got hit on by an 18-year-old Latino chick, you know, the best of times. And her mama was trying to get at me. And imagine what would have happened had I got with the daughter and the mama. But I made a video about the stepmama and the stepdaughter. The same scenario is in this video too. And you see what happens is, once the word gets out, everybody knows. Now you got a reputation of, you know, you like to go over to people's houses and take down the stepmama and the stepdaughter. And you know, all of a sudden now it becomes those movies where I got to keep my stepmama and my daughter away from my homeboy because I don't want him to be tempted into taking them down. And you see, I made this video because I know there are some guys thinking about it, contemplating. You see, the good advantage about it is you get a chance to be with women. You get to see their good behavior, their bad behavior. You learn from women. The bad about it is, look how much chaos and destruction you cause when you give in to your sexual temptation. You don't just get to have sex and walk away scot-free and everything's fine. Everyone gets hurt in the process. You know, the women you mess with get hurt, you get hurt, the husband gets hurt. If it's your best friend's stepmom, you hurt your best friend, you kill your friendship. Things fall apart after that. Now, if you're good at trying to keep a secret for 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years, then that's good. But most of the time, after 10 years, the guy want to date the girl and take her out to lunch or dinner, and then it goes public. So I thought I'd just come on YouTube and make a video before I have to go to work. You know, this is a temptation video because the pickup artists and the dating coaches are never going to come tell you this information because it defeats the purpose of their profession. Until next time, peace.